The Great Gatsby, written by F. Scott Fitzgerald. F. Scott Fitzgerald wrote The Great Gatsby as a sense of hope America promised its youth, also known as the American dream. People don't say the American goal, they say the American dream. In The Great Gatsby, West Egg and East Egg represent the different social classes of old money and new money during the time of the Roaring Twenties. The story primarily concerns the young millionaire Jay Gatsby with his passion and obsession with his former love, Daisy Buchanan. When Gatsby went off for the war, Daisy married a toolbag named Tom Buchanan. He is also known as Old Money. F. Scott Fitzgerald uses Gatsby's love for Daisy as an illusion for the American dream as he strives to steal her heart from Tom. When Gatsby sees the green light, he is looking for Daisy as he is going to attempt to win her love. Despite all of the trials, in the end, Gatsby wins Daisy's heart. People in this day and age think that if you are born rich, you will stay rich, and if you are born poor, you will stay poor. This is in fact very false. Elon Musk truly exemplifies the American dream in his many well-known successes in the world. Elon Musk grew up in South Africa. He was the child of divorced parents. He was very poor. If you look at Elon Musk's past, most people would think he would end up being poor and unsuccessful. However, he completely shows you how you can achieve your dreams if you show hard work and determination. The ethical issue in The Great Gatsby and in America is the division of social classes. The American upper middle class is separating, slowly but surely, from the rest of society. The separation is most obvious in terms of income. But the separation is not just economic. Gaps are growing on a whole range of dimensions, including family structure, education, lifestyle, and geography.
An economist asked more than 5,000 Americans how they thought wealth was distributed in the United States. This is what they said they thought it was. Dividing the country into 5 rough groups of the top, bottom, and middle 3 20% groups, they asked people how they thought the wealth in this country was divided. Then he asked them what they thought was the ideal distribution. And 92%, that's at least 9 out of 10 of them, said it should be more like this. In other words, more equitable than they think it is. Now that fact is telling, admittedly, the notion that most Americans know that the system is already skewed unfairly. But what's most interesting to me is the reality compared to our perception. The ideal is as far removed from our perception of reality as the actual distribution is from what we think exists in this country. So ignore the ideal for a moment. Here's what we think it is again. And here is the actual distribution. Shockingly skewed. Not only do the bottom 20% and the next 20%, the bottom 40% of Americans barely have any of the wealth. I mean, it's hard to even see them on the chart. But the top 1% has more of the country's wealth than 9 out of 10 Americans believe the entire top 20% should have. Mind-blowing. But let's look at it another way.
If we want to help change the socioeconomic class structure, we need to first assess the low-income families. Then we need to help develop them into working-class citizens where we can motivate them to push themselves to finally be able to reach the true American dream. The American dream is easier to attain than it was in the Roaring Twenties because the opportunities nowadays are endless. Don't let your dreams be untouchable. Take action. Live life to the fullest. Never give up and never stop dreaming. Finally, we all need to set the differences of our social classes aside and help one another so that everyone can get a shot at the true American dream.